For today's lesson, you'll need 10 craft sticks, 1, 2, 3, 4 handout, and work text page 67. We get to continue learning about rhymes. We've learned rhymes about children, rhymes about kings and queens, rhymes about animals, and today we get to learn about counting rhymes. Do you like to count things? Do you count stairs as you climb them? Or count bites of food on your plate? There are many things we can count, and because of that, there are some pretty creative counting rhymes. You know what we need to do first, though? Our hippity hop review. We have learned about the difference between fanciful and realistic stories. Fanciful ones are ones that couldn't really happen. They often have talking animals in them or other things that don't happen in real life. Realistic stories are ones that could happen in real life. What kind of a story is this? Is the Three Little Kittens a fanciful or a realistic story? How do you know? It's fanciful because kittens don't really wear mittens or talk. What about a story about the Hunter family? Is it a fanciful or a realistic story? How do you know? Well, the Hunters could be a real family and do things real families do. So a story about the Hunters is realistic. We have also been doing a lot of listening practice, learning to listen for the sounds of letters and words. Listen to these words and then point to the vowel you hear in the middle of the word. Which vowel sound do you hear in the middle of the word neck? Point to it, please. Did you choose E? The vowel sound eh is in the middle of neck, so E is the correct answer. What vowel sound do you hear in the middle of the word pick? Point to the letter that is in the middle of the word pick. Did you choose I? I says eh, so I is the correct answer. How about for the word buck? What vowel sound do you hear in buck? Point to the correct letter. U. We hear the sound in buck. How about for the word sick? Sick. Point to the correct letter. I. We hear the sound in sick. Duck. What vowel sound do you hear in duck? The letter U. Duck. Last one. Peck. What vowel sound do you hear in peck? The letter E. E says in peck. Did you know those vowel sounds? The more we practice, the better we get at hearing the letter sounds. Let's finish our hippity hop review by singing Bookshelf Friends together.
Time to read, I can look. Time to find my favorite book. To the bookshelf I will go. Books will help my mind to grow.
Rhymes have rhyming words. Many rhymes have a counting theme, and we are going to practice counting as we enjoy some rhymes. Now you're going to need your craft sticks, and I need you to put them on the left side in front of you like this. Okay, they're all in a pile right here, just like that. As I say the rhyme, I want you to move the sticks from left side to the right as you count with me. Okay, you're going to do what I do. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, knock at the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8. Lay them straight. 9, 10. A big red hen. Does that rhyme sound a little funny? Rhymes don't always make sense, but they do help us remember things like counting. Let's do another counting rhyme. Okay, so let's move our sticks back to the left side, and we're going to move them to the right again as we count. Okay, do it with me. Here's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little one on the right. What do you think of this counting rhyme? It tells a story, doesn't it? For a fishing story. Now I'm going to say the rhymes again, but this time we're not going to move our sticks. Instead, I want you to listen for the rhyming words. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Do you hear any rhyming words? Which ones? 2 and shoe. 3, 4, knock at the door. Any more rhyming words? Go ahead and say them. 4 and door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. What rhyming words did you hear now? 6 and sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. Any more rhyming words? Which ones? 8 and straight. 9, 10, a big red hen. And now, which words rhyme? 10 and hen. Let's do it again with once I caught a fish alive. Listen carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I caught a fish alive. Did you hear any rhyming words? Which ones? 5 and alive. Let's keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I let it go again. And now, which words? 10 and again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Go ahead and say the words. Go and so rhyme, don't they? Which finger did it bite? The little one on the right. So which words rhyme? Bite and right. You know, not only do counting rhymes count and rhyme, but they can also be used to play games. Isn't it neat that rhymes can be used for so many different things? We are going to take our turn writing our own rhyme now. You ready? Okay, make sure you have your creative writing page in front of you, like this. I'm going to share one more counting rhyme with you, and then we're going to see if we can change it to make it our own. Okay, listen. 1, 1. Who has one? Willie has one nose. 2, 2. Who has two? Lisa has 2 shoes. 3, 3. Who has 3? Jessie has 3 pencils. 4, 4. Who has 4? Our hamster has 4 legs. Let's look at our page. So for this page, we need to decide on a number to use. Here it says 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we want to use 1, 2, 3, or 4? I'm going to use 4, but you can use a different number. Okay, you need to get a grown-up to help you write that number in the blank. So I'm going to write for who has 4. If you're using a different number, get a grown-up to help you do that right now so you can write it in the blanks like I am doing. So for who has 4. Then I need to decide on a name of a person that's going to have 4 of something. I'm going to choose my son John's name. So I'm going to put John has 4. But you can choose any name you like. So for who has 4, John has 4. And then I'm going to decide what he is going to have 4 of. I think he should have 4 fish. So you're going to need a grown-up to help you finish this so that you can write what you have and how many of them you have. And don't forget your period at the very end there. Now, I would like for you to go ahead and pause the program, have a grown-up help you finish the sentence if you haven't finished that yet. And I would like you to also draw and color a picture to go with what you have written. So you need to show me 1 of something or 2 of something or 3 of something or 4 of something. Whatever number you chose, that many of that thing need to be drawn and colored on your picture. Okay? All right, then come back to see what I have. Are you all done with your rhyme and drawing? Do you want to see what I have? Ooh, here we've got 4. Who has 4? John has 4 fish. And John drew me 4 fish. Here we've got a big one. Here we've got a green one, a lantern fish. And here we have something that looks very cranky, some kind of cranky little fish there. Now, we just wrote our own version of part of this counting rhyme. But if you want, you can write your own versions of all the other numbers too. You could have a version for 1, who has 1? For 2, who has 2? For 3, who has 3? And 4, who has 4? And you could keep on going if you wanted to. So have fun with rhyme. The title of this work text page is Words That Rhyme. The directions say to draw lines to match the pictures that rhyme. So we've been doing lots with rhymes, so this should be pretty easy. So here we have a man. What on this side rhymes with man? Pup, well, can, or bat? Can, man, can. Let's draw a line to match the pictures. There we go. How about with bell? Which word rhymes? Pup, well, bat. Bell, well. Draw your line. How about with cup? Just pup and bat left. Pup, cup, pup. And we have cat, and only one choice, bat. Do cat and bat rhyme? Yes, they do. There we go. And we're all done with our lesson on rhymes. But see if you can use one of the counting rhymes we learned today. Or, even better, teach one of them to a friend.